Hey, welcome back to Monstar Gaming. Today I wanted to go over two very important buildings, and if you played this game, you already know they're very important, but I wanted to go over them really quickly with you. The first one is the library, and you're going to get that one once you get into I feel like it's the classical age or medieval age. I forget which one it is, but it's like the fourth age in. Library is phenomenal. It gives you a lot of really cool stuff. And basically, these are things that your wise men and things like that are going to be teaching you, as they're learning. So there's the first big plus. And we're just going to go through the ages. I mean, look at these ones here, and there's still more to come, but that's fine. So when I started the game, and many years ago, there was only one library, set of books, and then obviously they expanded that and added more levels and things like that. But let's go back to the beginning when you first start. My other buddy just started the game, so it's nice to kind of go back and recollect on everything. So it's really cool. Everything is color coded, so anything that's regarding your economy is going to be a brown book. Your defense is going to be in red books, and your offense is going to be in red books. So these are the first two here that you start the game with on the first level of your library. You'll also notice on the left that you can actually research two things at the same time. That was awesome when they finally unlocked that. It's been a couple of years now at this point, but before you could only do one at a time. So being able to do two at a time just really helps. There's going to be a lot of times where you have a ton of resources, and this is a place to go if you have no clue what to work on. There's always going to be something in here to work on. So this is really cool. So you can go right into pottery, right? Like I said, it's for the economy. Just hit the little question mark there, and it tells you each chapter what it's going to give you. And just looking at that alone, additional, and everything that you gain in the library is a permanent thing. It might be like a permanent boost. And this one, it's like you get more fruit trees that you're allowed to grow. Everything is a permanent boost. So there are some people that will tell you to finish every single book in your library, and yes, you can definitely do that. It will take you a really long time to do that, as they get more expensive, as the levels go higher up. But you don't have to. I mean, that's the cool thing. So see how there's I don't know what you call them, but bookmarks, I guess, that are going from these books to the next ones here for exploration. You actually only need to complete the first chapter of a book to be able to move on to the next set of books. So let's see. So look at this one. That's for defense. Watchtowers. +1 tower limit, +20% tower health, +10% tower attack, +1 tower limit. So if you're starting out the game, you're at this point here, and you're like, library is just so confusing, too many random things in there. Everybody's doing the libraries. So you're going to be at a disadvantage here with tower attack and health and 2 less towers, if you don't take advantage of this. This one's for infantry and other units like that in here. So quickly you'll be moving along, looking at some of these. Crop rotation, that definitely seems a little better than some of the other stuff. Ooh, you can have more farms. Like these are immediate must have, like pretty much everything in here. Level 3, now you're looking at some other things. So let's look at the ballistics. Engineer, these have different names than at the beginning of the game, but it just gives you an idea of how many things. So every single chapter is useful. Now you're going up a little bit further. Let's go to hounds. Better hunting. Let's see. Yeah, so all the hunting type stuff. It's going to be quicker and be more productive for you. Partisans, engineering, banners. So you'll see that some of these are going to be mixed in. So there's going to be an economy. Actually, I think there is one of each at least in every cluster. Yeah. So there's always going to be one economy option, one offense, and one defense option in every set of books. So now I'm at this point here. I've been working on these here. Negotiation for peace treaties. Let's see. Oh, I can't look at that because I'm currently working on these. But yeah, they do get more expensive as you get further along. That one's going to give you more oil, help you with your savings, heavy weaponry. It's all kinds of stuff. Now, the one thing that I did not mention, but I think is the most important part of the library, is that when you are working on them, they don't take any workers, which is huge because you're always going to want to have workers working and upgrading things and learning new technologies and leveling up, all kinds of stuff. The library is one of the few things in this game that does not require any workers to upgrade, level up, to unlock. I mean, there are other things in the game that do that, but this is at the core of the game. All the core stuff that you need is going to be there. And like I said, it gets expensive. There's a lot of stuff in there. You can, pick your priorities if you're more defensive, more offensive. But at least like the first several books, you definitely want to complete all of them. And then from there, you'll start seeing that it gets really expensive. So you do want to be a little bit more picky and choosy on what you want to work on. So that's the library. Like I said, that you get very early in the game. And you'll start seeing like, oh, wow, these are permanent benefits. These are great. And they're helping and improving everything that you already have, which is awesome. Later on, and I believe this is somewhere near the Enlightenment age, you end up getting the university, which blew my mind when I first unlocked that and I went in there. This has a bunch of, I don't know what you call them, I guess masters or masters in different areas through history that can teach you specific things. So this is very like if you go to university and you're learning specific subjects, this is where you go. Now this will use your workers. So let's go into, and you'll see how this looks, which is pretty cool. So I focused a lot of my economy for a good bit there. All right, so Emperor Moctezuma, right? So he's about hunting, gathering, resources, things like that. So you can decrease time to harvest hunted animals. Not crazy expensive, and he uses 2 workers. But that's tier 1 is up here. Tier 2 is down here, which is actually going to use 3 workers, I believe. These ones are also going to use 3 workers. They're a little bit more expensive. And then you're going to unlock them, top down. Oil well capacity. Okay. And then you have, the main big items on the bottom there. Now, unlike the other one, unlike the library, you don't only have 2 slots. You can work in the university with as many workers as you want, as long as they're available. So I could technically go in here and start working on something if I had the people. But right now there's 6 people researching 2 skills. So let's go over here, Catherine the Great. So that is my infantry, and playing as the Germans, I definitely want my infantry to be strong, to hit hard, things like that. So she helps out with a lot of your troops. And then in level 2, level 3, I haven't got there yet. So for me to unlock these ones down here, because I think, yeah, those are locked. You have to complete half of the previous level to unlock the next one. So these are all sitting at 4. So once I get all these 3 to 5, it will unlock those 2 down there, which is really cool. But there's more, like when I first started playing this, there were only like a couple, and then you upgrade and then you unlock some other masters in the industry here. Then you have Sultan Saladin, fortifications, blessings. Those ones I'm like, they're fine. It's not really my playstyle. But the tank depot defender, tank depot upgrade cost, tank depot hit points, those are really important and really valuable for me. So at some point I need to start tackling these. And then I can look at these things down here, which will really help me as well. Haven't done a lot with Suleiman the Magnificent because I don't really use trench mortars. They're cool. Demolition damage would be very helpful. I do use that from time to time. Then you have blessings. None of those really interest me, but level 4 really interests me. Anti-tank gun upgrade cost, damage, and hit points. Those are super, super effective on defense. Then they added Harriet Tubman, Amelia Earhart. So you can kind of get a theme, right, going there. This is all going to be air, anti-air, and air attack. So I've been working on those. Then there's these ones, air defense, hit points, and things like that, which I'm definitely going to need. Paratroopers, maybe. I don't use them that much. MK4, fighter, hit points. Really good. Airship, MK3 hit points. So all kinds of really cool stuff. Sally Ride was one of the newer ones as well. Um, Domination oil bonus, factory hit points, commando, which I'm going to start using a lot more of. Heavy tank spawns, machine gunners. Ooh, nice. Armored car. Yeah, this is very like. It makes sense. You know, she's very modern age now, so she's going to affect a lot of more modern things. Let's see. Harriet Tubman is cool because she helps a lot with traps, bonuses, sniper tower, spy type stuff, museums. I mean, you could do a whole episode on even just one of these, but they're all really cool. Like I said, see how these are all at 5. That let me unlock level 2. Um, so it doesn't mean you have to complete like all the way to 10, because that's kind of a waste if you're not really going to use that. Um, but you'll get the benefit at the same time. And it looks like there's more coming. So it's super exciting. Obviously, I need to get my university level even higher to be able to unlock Sun Tzu. Can I even see anything? Oh, I can see it. Okay, cool. So this is all very modern stuff as well. Ooh, that means you get to get Sun Tzu. Wow. Okay, cool. What is this one? Tactical helicopters. Wow, that's so cool. What's he working on? Oh, I haven't even got to that age yet. Tactical helicopter. Wow. Yeah, so there's so much to do here. You can spend a ton of resources in here, see what it is that's important to you, and then, like I said, this one will use your workers. So always be mindful of that. But you can work on 7 different things if you have all the workers to do it and all the resources to do it. So both are very, very important. I'd say at the beginning of the game, when you start getting the library, start chugging through that, because it's really going to help uh, your game speed at the beginning with, getting more trees, more mines. I think one of them gives you more houses. I think there was another one that gave you more towers. Um, they're basically required. You want to do at least the first couple books, and then from there, just kind of keep going depending on your play style. Um, as you can see, like I still have so much work to do on both of them. That's going to take me a ton of time. Uh, but both of those things are also permanent. All the benefits that they give you are permanent. So why not work on them, right? So yeah. Oh man, there's just so much more I could say about it, but I don't want to make this video too long. But focus on your library. Do as much as you can there. Focus on your university. Do as much as you can there. Do not forget about them. Don't only focus on on your buildings and your troops and the other stuff. Don't ever forget about your library and your university, because they will be with you throughout the rest of the game. All the benefits you get from them are gonna stay with you throughout the rest of the game. So that could be a big difference between you and an opponent. If they haven't really used it all that much, or they're not using it well, you're going to have a huge, huge advantage. So don't forget about those. I know everything in this game, once you get to a certain era, becomes very expensive, but that's why you go and fight, build a good economy, go out, fight, and loot, get as much as money and gold and oil as you can, and just keep moving. Um, to me, the beginning quarter of the game is to figure out your economy, so you're producing very well. Um, so whether you war a lot or you don't war a lot, you can still have a nice economy working for you. So to me, that's very, very important at the beginning of the game, is figure out your economy, figure out what resource you lack the most. How are you going to get more? How can you, reliably get more? And with a good economy, you're going to be able to do the library, do your upgrades, do the university, do all kinds of stuff, because resources is the name of the game. But yeah, thanks for watching. Any questions about these two buildings?